Hello everyone and welcome to this month's episode of What's for Dinner. Today I'm making a baked ham and cheese ring. This is somewhat similar to a video I made in the past that used, I think it was a barbecue chicken ring. I'll link that up here in the card. Up here at the corner you can watch that. It's very similar to that. It's also a very easy and straightforward recipe. So I planned for this to be a very short but yet interesting video. Maybe I'm using some foods that I don't normally work with, so it should be interesting. So the first thing we're going to do, I have 2 cans of these Pillsbury crescent rolls, the fun things that you tear open the thing and they pop open. I'm going to open them up, if I can figure out, here we go. Okay. Now this is always the fun part, is it gonna... There we go, okay, alright. And then what we're going to do is I need to get a bowl. Let's get that. So let me get a bowl. I'm going to put it in the center of this pan. I'm going to take these crescent roll pieces and I'm just going to make it into like a pinwheel around the bowl. This is not working the way that I thought it would. So, pause for a moment. I have a plate now. Those there. Alright, here we go. Well, this isn't exactly the most fun thing to watch in real time, so I guess I'll just speed it up for you. So, yeah, here we go. I got them all out. It looks like I might actually have an extra, which is not supposed to be the case, but you throw it on here somewhere. Let me put it here. I'll put it right here. There we go. Now I'm going to remove this bowl. There we go. Should have a nice round center. Okay. Now comes the fun part. We're going to take a cup of mozzarella cheese, which is about the rest of this bag. And we're going to put it in the center circle part right here, not like the open here, but around the edge of the inner edge at least of the crescent rolls. Actually, I'm going to take this bowl back. I'm going to put this bowl back to keep anything from going in the center. Now we're going to put the rest of the mozzarella on it out. You want to keep it as close to the center as possible because there's going to be a lot of stuff going into this. Okay, now here's something new. Next you're going to add a ½ cup of sliced pepperoncinis. These were very hard to find at the grocery store, but I found them with the pickles. So you're going to put those around here. These are the small, somewhat hot peppers you sometimes get when you go to Papa John's, if you ever go to Papa John's and they put those peppers inside the pizza. You also sometimes get them in salads if you go to Olive Garden. They're not too spicy. They're not as spicy as jalapenos, but they're very good, at least in my opinion. I like them very much. So you want about a ½ cup of these. I think I might have too many, but I like these so. Now the next thing you're supposed to add is a ¼ cup of basil. Unfortunately, I could only find the dried kind of basil. They want the actual like basil leaves to go around. So I'm going to garnish this with some lightly dried basil in here, which is hopefully going to be just as good as if it were real basil. Well, I mean, this is real basil. I mean, if it weren't dried. Now the next thing you're going to add is about a ⅓ pound of salami. I have some hard salami right here. Brand new, fresh. Put it around the edges here like this. Fold it over nicely like that. Folding works better if you have larger slices of salami. These are fairly small slices. After the salami, you're going to do the same thing with a ⅓ pound of ham. I have Black Forest ham. I can put this salami away. I have Black Forest ham right here. We're going to do another layer, that ham right over top of the salami. Should not matter what kind of ham you get. Again, this is Black Forest. You can use honey. You can use any other kind of ham. I don't think there's any real preference to what kind of ham you use. One more slice right here. Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, now the next thing you're going to add is something I never heard of until I watched the video of someone making this. You're going to add a ¼ pound of something called prosciutto, which is an Italian cured ham, a dry cured ham of some sort. I've never worked with this before. I've never even heard of it, as I just mentioned. It was also rather expensive. It was like $5 for one of these. So if you really want to make this and you want to put the prosciutto in, by all means, have at it. I'm going to try to use all of this for this particular recipe since I don't exactly know. Oh my, there's a lot more in here than I thought. Okay, well then, I didn't realize, oh my, there's a lot in here. Okay, I bought 2 packs of this. I thought there was like only 5 slices in each of these. Very thin. Can you eat this just like this? Like without cooking it? Or must you cook it? It looks, I don't know what it looks like. I thought it was some sort of like beef of some sort. Okay, well that's one package, and I don't really want to open the other one because I think I've used quite enough. Okay, I don't know if that's a quarter pound or not, but it's 4 ounces. I think that's a quarter pound. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, that's, wow. I should have mathed. I didn't math. Okay, now next you're going to add 8 slices of provolone cheese. And you do want to have them. Does anybody know why provolone comes in circles? They're the only cheese that comes in circles, and I do not know why. If you know, leave a comment down below telling me why provolone comes in circles. A little more than 8 slices, but that's all right. Okay, so that's the provolone. Now some salt and pepper. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. All right, now comes the fun part. First I have to extract this bowl. Oh gosh, all the mozzarella just fell, a lot of the mozzarella just fell into the syrup. Now you gotta bring up all the crescent roll things around the ring. Oh gosh, this is, yeah, okay. This is a huge, huge ring. Okay, and you gotta try to tuck it underneath the mozzarella that's in the center. This is not, okay, there we go, all right. Some of these rolls are not very sturdy when you're bringing them up and around. It looks really, really nice. That one up, 2 more. For the second time doing this is actually, I think I found my calling. It's making ring-style food. Rebranding myself. I'm only making food on this channel that looks like the shape of a ring. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Can I bring it up to the camera? This isn't cooked yet. Can you see that? Does that look cool? Yeah. Okay, the last thing you gotta do is put it in the oven for half an hour at 375, and yeah, that's about it. All right, so it's in the oven, half an hour at 375. We'll see you soon. Okay, so it's been about half an hour. I don't know if you can hear it. It was making some weird noises a moment ago. I checked it. It looks absolutely wonderful. So let's take it out and let's try it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Try to lift this thing up. Very hot. You see it? I don't want any of the stuff to start dripping off, but this is what it looks like when it's done. It smells wonderful. You can really smell the pepperoncinis too. So now what you could do is, if the middle part of the ring was large enough, which it should be a little bit larger than that, you'd put a bowl in there and you'd fill it with oil and vinegar. I'm just gonna try it like this. Yep, okay. Smell the ham, you can smell the salami, and you can smell the pepperoncinis. Ooh, look at that cross section. Oh, look at the steam coming out of it. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Bit here yet. Looks like some of the mozzarella burned a little bit onto the pan. All right, well, that's one piece, stuffed to the max with cheese and pepperoncinis and prosciutto and a whole bunch of other delicious stuff. All right, I will not burn myself. Oh, it smells so good. You can really taste the basil. I might have put a tad too much basil in. But it is so good. I don't know what the prosciutto is supposed to taste like, so maybe I taste that, I don't know. It is delicious. My goodness, this is so good. We are now 4 for 4 for What's for Dinners in 2019. That's a good thing. Thank you all for watching this episode of What's for Dinner. I'll be back next month with some slow cooker ribs, I think. I think that's the next month one. I don't remember. I have to check. I will be making slow cooker ribs at some point, so if it's not next month, it'll be June. Until next time, take care, God bless, and I'll see you later. This is so delicious. I need to make like rings like